Welcome to the program.
Hey, Travis, doing well. How about you?
I'm doing great, my man. We're going to start with Alabama women's basketball because, frankly, a week and a half ago, this was a team that looked to be really adrift, for lack of a way of putting it. Next thing you know, 3 SEC wins in a span of 8 days, sitting there now at 500 in the SEC, and at least relevant to some NCAA tournament bubble talk. What has been the difference, Roger, between the team we saw at 4-7 in the league and the team that has won 3 straight in the SEC?
Well, this is a team that has a lot of veteran leadership. The 6 seniors that were honored on Senior Day this past Sunday have been a lot of this program, and they really had to dig deep. As mentioned just a couple weeks ago, trailing at Ole Miss in the fourth quarter. An Ole Miss team that at the time was 1-10 in conference play and really was not doing well, but Alabama found a way to pull out that victory, and then going into the rivalry game with Tennessee, already a lot of confidence for the Crimson Tide, have won 3 matchups in a row against Tennessee. And again, Alabama was trailing going into that fourth quarter, but Alabama keeps the Lady Vols off the scoreboard until there were 3 minutes left to go in the game. It was like a 3-0 run for Alabama to start the fourth quarter in Knoxville place. I think the first ever win for the Crimson Tide in Knoxville after 22 unsuccessful trips in women's basketball. So it's really set off that momentum, and it's really similar to what last year when Alabama had the win against Tennessee, had a good run in the SEC women's basketball tournament, and then a good run in the women's NIT. This team's got a ton of momentum, and that really carried over to Sunday's game against Auburn. Strong victory there against an Auburn team that is very tight with the way they said it's like 40 minutes of hell with Nolan Richardson back in the day with Arkansas. It is a nonstop press. And at Auburn in late January, it really wore Alabama down. But I saw a much mentally tougher team on Sunday. And again, a group of seniors that would not be denied, led by redshirt senior Ashley Williams. Back-to-back doubles for her in the last 2 games against Tennessee and Auburn. And we heard earlier today that she's the SEC for the week, and that's real third.
Yeah, it is. And I guess what was a real problem for the program 2 years ago, she sat out that 2015-2016 season, maybe a blessing in disguise in having that redshirt year and being part of not only last year's team, but looking more and more, would you say, like the Ashley Williams we saw 3 years ago in her sophomore season. The rebounding goals have been consistent throughout her career, but seeing return in terms of scoring maybe and some contributions in other areas that maybe didn't see as much a year ago when she was coming back after the year off.
But that's been great to see, and for her to combine with this other seniors, with Cook, with Neo Knight, Nene Bolton, and all the rest, it's been really fun to see how they've gone through the ups and downs of this program together. And, you know, this group that I think is going to come down as only in this century, the most decorated senior class Alabama had with basketball, for the fact that they were able to end the long losing streak in Tennessee that had the 42 games just a couple years ago, and now, you know, it's a streak in Tennessee like we've never seen before for Alabama with basketball. A great run in the women's NIT last year, and now this year. I mean, the whole of this entire offseason, going into this campaign, the ups and downs of the season, the whole goal has been getting to the NCAA tournament, which has not happened for Alabama since 1999. And like you mentioned, I'm starting to get the NCAA tournament conversation. The win against Tennessee is the real big key signature win that Alabama has been searching for all season long, and now they get to take on 2 teams this week, Georgia and LSU, that are both considered in the tournament right now. So Georgia's a ranked team coming on Thursday night. It should be a raucous atmosphere at Coleman Coliseum for that day.
It should be. And Joni Taylor, the former Alabama assistant coach, now the head coach at the University of Georgia. So you'll have storylines galore when the Bulldogs visit on Thursday night. Now, on the baseball front, I know you were out at the Joe over the weekend, saw a good bit of the Alabama team as it opened under Brad Bohannon against Valparaiso. Your initial impressions of Alabama baseball in those first 3 games of the 2018 season?
Well, the most important thing was they got 3 wins, and certainly was the goal for Alabama heading into the series, and they really had to claw for that victory on Saturday. That was a game I call on plus Lance Cormier, and it was fun to see Alabama after really not being challenged much the day before when they had the 16-2 blowout win, scored 14 runs in the middle inning. It was quick to see them trailing 5-1 water way back in the game. The home runs by Matt Malkin, Kobe Vance, a big 2-run homer, the first he's had in 2 years for the Crimson Tide. And then Joe Breaux, who is becoming a legend already, Tuscaloosa, made a great catch at the wall on Friday, gets the walk-off in the bottom of the 9th inning on Saturday, which was really a blessing not only to get Alabama to win, but we had terrible rain after that and it was a good thing we were able to get that game completed and even Sunday's game completed. So I saw some real things. I think the returners are coming back in a way that you would want a returning upper-class baseball player. We want those guys to get their basic treat like we saw up and down lineup. And then some of the core players, even the guys that are like JUCO transfers, like Joe Bro and Jet Manning, it fit in really well to what Coach Bohannon would like to see for this program moving forward. And I was very impressed with the team get the sweep. I'm looking forward to keeping up with their game later today against Middle Tennessee, and I'll be back on the call Friday and Saturday's game coming up this weekend against Washington State.
Look forward to it. And if you didn't know, Roger Hoover, also play-by-play voice for our Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp of the AA Southern League. And we're talking ballpark food day, Roger. And so in all your travels, I mean, you're going to be the authority on this, given all the ballparks you've been to. Ballpark with the best food and maybe a specific item that really stands out to you.
That's really tough. I've seen some crazy things, and with the advent of social media and MLB.com's website getting better over years, people are specifically designing food just to get a buzz across social media and things like that. So I've seen that at a lot of AA ballparks in my time. I've got to go to my hometown Jumbo Shrimp. Made the change to the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp going into last season, and we have incorporated shrimp into our menu like you would not believe. And I don't get to sample the ballpark very much, but the thing that my friends and family all tell me they love, our shrimp nachos are top notch. So I'll go with the shrimp nachos, fresh shrimp, as you know, that is fine in the country. So I go with the Jumbo Shrimp, and we have a lot of different shrimp options for fans of ballparks. So again, hopefully people will get to make their way to the baseball draft here and check out not only the shrimp on the field, but the shrimp at our great session